Hey there, fellow colonists, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey, the Pilgrim ship. Episode 23, Running Wild, Naked with the Pikemen. So a reminder, suicidal. We're guarding 2 mech clusters we're supposed to deploy nearby. We've had 0 of them. So I'm assuming the other I don't think the mech cluster that Mag got rid of was part of that. The droner cluster. And I don't think the psychic ship was part of it either, because that's not technically a cluster. So I think we're still waiting on those clusters. But the good news is we can launch if they're here. So it doesn't really matter if the clusters, you know, we have a hard counter for the cluster. Just leave. Alright. Unrestricting everybody again. And on these shelves, we want no weapons. So let's make sure to deselect weapons, because allowing weapons on open slave-accessible shelves is a bit of a problem. So we have 1 designated weapon shelf, and currently it is not accepting weapons. So that we're not going to grab their guns, and because I don't really need a bunch of random guns. Any chance that the cluster will be sent an older tile I left? No, the older tile doesn't exist. Once you leave it, it's gone, unless you grav anchor it. So there's 0 chance of that, if you were wondering. Man, we got rid of a psychic ship, but we still get a droner? Game. So rude. Alright, Skyra. I hadn't actually given you a weapon because you have a shooting of like 3, but I think what I'll do is I'll have Skyra be the defaulted brawler, because the brawler mostly just like gets shot at by turrets when we're clearing for grav cores. So the question for you guys is where to go next. So there's a few different options. One, I think it would not be a great idea, but I could try to deal with the tribal worshipful village. So, Longblade. My 2 cents is that would be better to wait for a shuttle, though. I could go to Grav Cores, which would be up in space, or POI visits, which is just like a point nearby to chill. Because obviously this map tile doesn't have a ton of food or wood for chem fuel. So it's like a less than ideal place to be as a stopover point. Why are you so pissy? Oh, the droner. I don't think I have a soother, so consume some jelly? With that in mind, we might even just want to, like, leave it. Well, I feel like if we leave the map tile right before mechs come here, it's not smart, so maybe I'll just stay for now. Just don't punch anything explosive. Luckily, I don't have a big stack of, I don't really have any big stacks of chem fuel, so there's not too much of a problem with that. Haplo is converted. Time to recruit. So I've already have throne speech and leader speech, so there's really nothing to do there. I could do an animal offering, but I don't think I have any animal handlers that can tame anything decent. And then there was the public execution, but like I've already executed everybody, so they're already dead. So there's not much to do there either. Yeah, it was supposed to be a horse habitat, and there's just been... How are there... Oh, I guess there is an ocean here. There's just not a lot of horses. A lot of the times I have found that the habitats, like, lie to me. And... Oh, here we go. Secret compound for a blade. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put up the poll again, because fundamentally the secret compounds are, like, way easier to deal with for us, so the long blade is now a far more viable option. So if that's something you want, vote for it. Mag is Running Wild. You know what? That's actually great. You know why? Liara. Grab the Sentience Catalyst. Oh, did they patch that already? Damn it. They already patched it, didn't they? Well, that droner sucks. She had a mental break and decided to become an animal. For lack of a better term. It used to be that you could use a Sentience Catalyst on a person who is like an animal. Arresting her doesn't work. If you arrest her, she's still an animal. So she needs to be tamed. The problem is we don't have anyone that can tame at that level. So, to that end, our best possible tamer is Ink. And Ink is going to need to train her taming on wild creatures that have a lower minimal handling skill. So we'll practice on seals. We can practice on turkeys. Well, you know what? I could just queue up anything that won't fight back and practice on it. And then if it's too difficult, we just don't do it. But yeah, the way that Running Wild works is they act as an animal, and if you ever want them back, you have to tame them back. So arresting them doesn't function. It's not how that works. So I think I'm just, because we're waiting on the mech cores, I'll just wait this out. The other thing I could do is to, if we need to leave the map tile, I could arrest her just to be able to blast off. Because that's not a terrible compromise. But we'll see if that's necessary. Is there anything more meaningful to mine here? So apparently, oh, here's one of the mech clusters. So it's a proxy sensor mech cluster, but it's all in walls. It has a auto mortar that initiates in 10 days. I don't really need to worry about that. What I'm going to do is keep people the hell away from triggering the proxy. That won't really help with guests, but it will help with me. Now the other thing is mag can potentially trigger that. So I got to keep an eye on them. Could I rescue the seal for animal training? I could, I guess. It doesn't, it isn't, it's medical tending until you, you know, tame them, though. So, Ink's, like, medical tending, but there is a chance that they'll, like, instantly become tame if you tend them. But that doesn't actually help with your, your animal taming skills. And then also, this whole area is fine and safe to go to, because there isn't the droner up there anymore. Nothing like my guest punching out the guest. So is there a reason to fight this? This is actually a pretty easy mech cluster to destroy, because it will... It has 3 gestators, but those gestators can be lured into a kill box, no problem, and then it just has, like, mini turrets and a mortar. So if we had to fight this, we could. And I'm sure this mech cluster is linked to the poor little suicidal. It is. Oh, yep, let's not leave that there. So, this bench... Actually, I'll do it this way. Drop your charge rifle, and then pick this one up, because they're the same. And now we don't have Mag's charge rifle, like, on the ground, rotting. And Ink is trying to level up animal taming and is almost 5k out of 7k. And at level 7, I can tame Mag back. So you guys want me to do... Ooh, Thrumbos. You guys want me to go to the Longblade once the Longblade quest is up. So that's the plan. Look after Suicidal and tame Mag and go to Longblade. It's possible to get inspired taming. Yeah. I'm probably going to want to shoot these Thrumbo. I just don't have like a... Oh, there we go. We already tamed a seal. Slaughter. Or actually, you know what? Don't slaughter. Training the seal for comfort would be kind of nice. So in this case, I'm going to create another temporary zone and put the seal in it. I'm just going to keep the seal here. And we also have a prairie dog and a vulture. So I'll train the vulture to attack, and I will release the prairie dog. Liara, what is your... Okay, I'm going to get Liara's psi focus a little bit higher, and then think about taking on Thrumbo. Comfort training has them nuzzle more frequently, so that they provide a mood bonus. Basically, cuddly, cute things do cuddly, cute stuff. Sauna. Let's give you a let's give you a minigun. And then Katsumi, give you... What? I like how I could tell Sana to do it, because she lost her rifle, but I couldn't tell Katsumi to do it, because it's like, he's a temporary faction member. You can't tell him what to do. It's like, beg to differ. Oh, you morons. It's always visitors. Okay, my people in the ship. Temporary visiting members. You're going to defend. Ink, run. At least you have a shield belt. And this is what a meat tanks are for. I'm not too worried about these mechs getting aggro, because we have a valid path through our kill box, so they'll just get kill boxed. And I don't believe they're going to bother Mag, because Mag is registered as a animal, so it's not like Mag's going to be singled out as a target. Tony's the only one up. Skyra, you have a shield bot? Yes, cool. Alright, the mechs are mustering, and then, actually, Skyra. I'm gonna have you come... No, I'm gonna, yeah, you stay there. Oh, Ink, how is that in the ship? The mother-loving F do you think get in the ship means? Not go hug Slate. You suicidal idiot. You're not the only suicidal, I guess. There's the Toad and then Ink being stupid. I know she was fleeing that way, but the fact that she, like, fled up to nowhere and then, like, was a problem is just hilarious to me. It's like, what are you even doing? I don't know if these guys are going to make it in, but Ink, activate the domes. Oh, don't turn around. Don't turn around. So Skyra's going ambush style on the turrets. I lost a... Oh, I like how the Vulture took friendly fire. And then get rid of all the Gestators, and then the... Well, the good news is this will be a source of plasteel. Alright, we've got both on cooldown, so I'm gonna... I don't actually think they're firing at me, so I don't need to take cover. Yeah, they're not shooting at me. Nope, that one looks to be aiming at me. Break! And not firing at me. Human Revenge. Mag got hurt by the Pikemen. Oh, I didn't realize the Pikemen was going after her. Let's go help Mag. And our seal is dead. So in this fight, I'm gonna actually punch the, never mind. I was gonna punch the... Because she was technically hostile, I was gonna punch the Pikeman, but I'll just shoot it. No. There we go. And then you... lost a toe, but that's fine. So you're gonna get tended. Mechs are dead. Turret's off. Cluster's dead. And now we just wait for one more cluster. Yeah, the ship engine's right behind the door. Generally, when there's a big firefight, we would, like, block up the door. I'm not too worried about it, to be honest. I don't think it's going to be an issue. The grav engine is a pretty tanky thing. So unless it's like a triple launcher, Doomsday launcher is really not a problem. This obviously would be a good opportunity to arrest her, but I'm still going to work on the taming. So, on restricted. There is no longer threats anywhere. And thank you, frickin' Deuter City morons, for, like, waking that cluster up for no good reason. I super appreciate it. You're the best. Back here, I'm going to put smeltable plasteel armor and mechs. Smeltable plasteel mechs. I know what it means, at least. So what that means is corpses of centipedes, primarily. And that way we can disassemble them for plasteel. Alright, mags up. Walking around. Surviving and stuff. We can break down the Mechanoids for more plasteel. So we got a pretty decent amount of plasteel out of this cluster. Like 70, 80, almost 90 maybe? It's not terrible. Does she have a chance to self-tame when you heal her? Yeah, she did, but it didn't happen. Alright, the other thing I wanted to do is... Actually, I can leave these, I was going to add more turrets, so I might as well just leave this in place and then add turrets to the thing. Works for me. Break fire, starving. Here, have a lavish meal. And then you started a social fight while you're basically unconscious. Brilliant! Thank you for being a genius. Now, given the amount of uranium I have, I could very easily put in a lot of mini turrets made of uranium, and, like, it would not be an issue. So, that is something I intend to do. And we'll replace the back wall with uranium as well. So Suicidal here is for 1.6 more days. And then I get rid of Katsumi and Lulia. Not that they're, like, conscious or whatever. We're still sort of here for Mag, but if once I have a reason to launch, if she's still not with us, I will, yeah, so we're trying to tame her. So we have a 12% chance. I'm not too worried. But if we haven't tamed her and I need a launch, I can just quickly arrest her. There. Fine meals delivered from the sky directly onto Mag's head. That's pretty funny. Now, I had mentioned wanted to take out the Thrumbo, so maybe I'm going to do a little Thrumbo hunting right now. I meant to have you separate. Let's try this again. There we go. Where'd the other sleeping spot go? I guess it doesn't really matter. The flaming minigun makes this pretty funny. Because they can't even, like, proceed to me. They're, like, too panicked that they're on fire. Bubba Bashug, thank you for the resub. And down one. I don't want it to burn up, obviously. I want the Thrumbo, so I'll have Breakfire drop it, and we'll fetch it later. I want to keep hunting. Down, because Thrumbo don't hang out for very long, and I don't want to lose the opportunity to get some Thrumbo fur, because that sounds freaking awesome. What is it? Thunderous Gatling gun? Yeah, agreed. It lives up to its name. I'm glad it isn't causing forest fires, though. I will say that is nice. It'd be kind of a problem if it was. How's the Tinctoria going? We have a pretty good amount of dyes. We have 52 and climbing once that's harvested. It's another reason why I'm not, like, urgently trying to leave the map tile, because, having a bunch of Tinctoria to be able to re-dye the Pilgrim ship purple and make it all out of uranium is a pretty nice opportunity. Okay, all Thrumbo down. Now, the other benefit of Ink doing the taming is Ink is a wimp. So if there is a vengeance where there is revenge for taming, Ink immediately just rolls over and goes, nope. Apparently there's no food, though. So, Ink, you have to actually do some cooking. So I think what I'll do is I'll stop all the animal tending. We have a bit of a seal sanctuary, and I'll just, like, train the seals to do stuff for the animal training and taming skills. But we've got, some food shortages here. And these guys are gonna, like, go crazy and murder each other if I don't actually feed them. Did you just eat? Well, you're in my ship, technically. So I could take off and she's just here. Like, close the door and lock her in. That'd be kind of funny. I don't need to leave right now, though. Imperial Trader. Nice! I was really hoping for a trade caravan. Not the one I was hoping for, but this will do. So we have so much stuff. Molecular analysis. I don't really need it, but, like... is there something better to buy? Books, I guess? A reader, harmonizer. Prestige recon helmet for our leader, maybe? It's expensive, but, like, I've got a lot of silver. I'm gonna sell the seeds because I don't I don't foresee needing them in the near future. I don't really need, like, better weapons. I think we'll be making them, and those aren't all that nice. I think we're good. Oh, and sell the shredded shirt. Wow! She's already gone through her formal shirt. Well, we're about to get Thrumbo fur, so, like, yeah. The other thing is, if we can get the Thrumbo butchered, we can sell the horns. So, Ink, will you do some butchery? Not the seal. You'll get around to it. And then I'm going to high priority haul everyone to, like, put the meat away. Because the Thrumbo horn are obviously a big ticket item. So there should be one more Thrumbo. It's being hauled in now. And I'll sell the horns to recoup some of the silver. Who's... Why... Oh, meat, Max. There. Come on, move the horn. There we go. Trade again. I'm going to also sell the reinforced barrel, because I don't foresee mortars being a thing anytime soon. The vac suit helmet that's tattered. Oh, they don't want Thrumbo? Alright, well, whatever. We have Thrumbo for the next person, I guess. I don't need that much wake up either. It's a lot of trucks. And I'm not even going to bother dismissing them, because, like, if they're here, they could potentially be coerced to fight things for me. So we'll have them hang out. He'll survive that. Oh god. If we didn't already have a messy ship, it's about to get worse. And then Skyra, you are going to clean. Chamberlain Maid now. The idea for the Psychic Reader and the Psychic Harmonizer, of course, was Liara. My surgery success chance is 92%. There was an update to RimWorld where sterile rooms provide a better benefit for surgeries. So I could do the surgery in this laboratory, but I think getting a hospital bed with vitals monitor would be even better. So I think what I'm going to do is the marble shelf for the weapons, I will I'll put into Liara's bedroom, and I'll double it up, and that way we can, like, at least temporarily treat this as a hospital. Ooh, gold ore. Oh, that's a lot of gold. Oh my god, that ain't small. Alright, so link these settings together. I'm going to call this weapons. This is the only place we're going to allow weapons. We don't want any, let's see. We don't want any bows, pilos, recurve, short bow, revolver, bolty, auto pistol. Yeah. And then no bio-codeds. Oh, that's apparel. No bio-coded. And then this will be like normal priority or something. It's not really allowed anywhere else. So we still need to... Oh, here's the other mech cluster. It's a climate adjuster, not a big deal. We are 25% chance to... so we're effectively, like, done with the mech clusters for the Toad. We're just waiting on final confirmation of the last day before the ship out. So I'm just going to have everyone avoid this. This won't wake up for a while. What is it? 7 days? So we just avoid the area and we'll be fine. And the suicidal's here for 2 more hours, so we're just about done. We've been taming everyone here. Every animal except for Mag. So there we go. There is the suicidal toad shuttle. Getting loaded up. And... ta-da! Done. And now we got an infinite chem reactor. Which is where? Also, oh, there was just animals down there I didn't see. Oh, there it is. Infinite chem reactor. I'm gonna put this in the throne room. I mean, it's expensive, so yeah, why not? And then a bunch of glow world meds. So as long as we keep it powered on, we make chem fuel, which is kind of nice. Ink, what is your animal taming now? You are 7 1/3. Progress. Not a lot, but progress. So at this point, we are no longer going guarding suicidal. We are just trying to tame Mag. And I think while we wait on that, like, lengthy task, we'll just, uranium up more of the ship, piece by piece, because I don't want the roof to collapse or anyone to get hurt while we do it. And then we're also waiting on these guys to go. I'm not forcibly kicking them out, because I think I'm going to get rep, maybe, for their, exodus, which is why I'm not, like, giving them the boot. And then afterwards, we'll go... I'm not going to bother doing that. Afterwards, we'll go and to the compound and find more info about the longsword. Yay, it's finally getting tidied up. Ship's looking more like a ship, and not like a slop. I think one of the royal soldiers just left. As long as they're not leaving straight north, I guess we're fine. Mag is still healing from the Pikemen. I don't think I got rep for it. I think because they were involved in a quest and not like a visitor. But he could just hang out for now. It's not a big deal. The other thing I wanted to do is, now that we have more uranium around here... Oh, let's get rid of this mech slag. Is to expand the turret bays. I think what I'll do is I'll replace the walls between the turrets with uranium so they're not easily blown out. And then expand the turret bays so that we've got whole host of turrets ready to rain hell down on would-be attackers. And then what I might end up doing is like a corner here where we could put orbital scanners and jammers. So like keeping that as like a open 2x2 with like a uranium door into it. That's the concept. And then maybe I'll double up the wall there. Mostly for aesthetics. As far as the sandbags go, I'm a little bit less concerned about the sandbags blowing out than I am the walls between them, because the walls between them keep the turrets from, like, daisy chain exploding. Now, the caveat here is I don't have a lot of regular components, so if I want to add a whole bunch of mini turrets, I'm going to need to do some component farming when we do hops. But it's kind of sort of appears like teeth, you know? Or like gears, like we grind down our enemies or we eat our enemies. I'm not really sure which, but it has that sort of aesthetic. And I'm eager to see this done. I think it will be really nice. Okay, so we have... Yeah, okay, they're being trained. I guess we'll just keep training them. Transpo crash. Ooh. So, you believe in the wrong stuff, but other than missing a toe, you've got pretty good fight stats. I'm going to have Liara come down here. And have you guys decide, I'm going to guess yes, whether he becomes next another combatant for us. He's an undergrounder, so he's not going to be super happy, like running around hunting for us, but either way, I think we're going to capture him. Which means I had broken down all our beds, but let's just move this bed over there. So, Skyra, can you... Or Aram... Capture. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey, the Pilgrim ship, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow Liara faithful.